Hello everyone, welcome to this session, and today we're going to learn about, where's my slide? Yes, we are going to learn about Power Query by using the framework called Rock Your Data. So this is what are the things, this is the group study number 7. And we have a very first one is called Jumpstart. Jumpstart with 7 study group. So this is the session number 8. So if you miss a previous session, that's perfectly okay. I know it happens before. I will not be so demanding on some of you joining the session for the first time. Just want to know how many sessions you have attended before. If you have not attended any, type number 0. If you attended some of them, type the numbers you have attended before. Okay, just want to know 0, 0. See, a lot of first session here, 0, 0, 0. Okay. I saw some familiar names. Yeah, number 1. Okay. Why? Good. Many of you are attending for the very first time. Another second question. If you know how to use Power Query, type number 1. If you are not quite sure, type number 0 or somewhere in between. If you know how to use Power Query, type number 1. If you're not sure, type number 0 or decimal somewhere in between them. Wow, you can see there's a lot of people 0. I couldn't ask you all to go lah. Just to have some recap. Previous session, I really invite people to go if they are not ready to, they are unable to follow. So I realized I have reached too harsh. Okay, today I will tone down a little bit. So let's see what are the things we are going through today. And we are going through a welcome and introduction. And we will recap again about the ROC framework, the R.S.M, why we want to use Power Query to implement the ROC framework, and then apply the C in the ROC framework today, and some practice time, and eventually we have the closing. So these are the 3 prerequisites. The first one is you are running on Excel at least 2019 and above, running on Windows. If running on Mac or online Excel or WPS, Google Sheet, you may not able to follow exactly the same. Mac 365, running on 365 is possible. Just the button are a little bit different. Online Excel, I just realized it has similar facility. It's just a different way of working. So if I want to experiment on online Excel using Power Query, yes, I will not able to support you. You need to find your own solution. Yeah, this is a prerequisite number 1. 2021 okay, 365 is okay. Second one, you know how to use Power Query editor. Because I have already prepared, later on I will streamline my coverage because many of you yet to use Power Query. Okay lah, I will go slow and steady. So this one second, partially. Third one is very important. I want to invite you to be focused, and focused. If you suddenly check your message or go out to take your food or whatever thing, when you come back, you miss certain step, that will be good. You watch the recording later. Do not ask me to repeat certain step, yeah? If you miss certain thing, if you ask me to repeat, I will invite you to watch the recording later because it's not fair for those people they are paying attention here while someone is able to do some other things. So it's not fair to them. So if you're able to adhere these 3 prerequisites, type number 3 in the chat. If you are not able to follow, please make your move now. This session will not able to support you. So you are okay to adhere these 3 prerequisites, type number 3. Okay, thank you. The reason I want to set the expectation here is to make sure you're able to learn something from this 2 hours session. Otherwise, I do not want people they just attend and they just want to show their attendance here just to collect the cert. If you are a cert collector, you can make your move now. We are okay to mark all of you, those registered in NTW as attended. We are okay. Because some people, they are just collecting the cert. I'm okay with that. Okay, so this is the things I have. Okay, the next one is I want to have just quick chat. How many of you have seen me before? If you do, type number 1. If this is the first time you have not seen me before, type number 0. If you have seen me before, type number 1. If you have not, type number 0. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Many of you see me for the first time. So let me have a quick intro about myself, and then you can know who am I and how my past experiences able to help you to use Excel and data a little bit differently. YouTube, yes, YouTube considered. At least you see this guy lah. Not really like alive in person. That's me. That's me. Yes, my name is Tai. The full name is Tai Chutang. Last time there was a music composer. He said my name is so boring and not memorable, and he suggested me to use the name of Excel Sifu because of 3 reasons. The first one, my hair is very short, like a monk. I'm very skinny, and the third reason is I'm vegetarian. If you go online and search for Excel Sifu, you're able to find me in YouTube and also in LinkedIn. And I started off my career as a programmer. So back then I talked to computer so I prefer talk to computer. So that means I'm able to help you to automate your tasks like using AI plus some programming inside Excel. So there are ways to make it easier. And I was in SAP ERP as a techno functioner. So I could relate at sometimes boss wants some reports where it requires from multiple sources of data, and this kind of work is regularly need to be repeated. So if you are doing that kind of work, I know there are ways to make it easier for you just using Excel. Then I move on to project management. That's the time I realized the importance of fast and accurate report. There are ways to make the reporting fast and easier. I could share 1 or 2 tips in the future sessions. And in one fine day, I was receiving a letter. So my company, my boss, thanks for my contribution. I was retrenched. So that's the time I became a trainer until today. So after becoming a trainer, I always wanted to have my own book. After working for many years, I managed to publish my first book called Rock Your Data. This is also the same thing we are going to learn together today. Then I move on to the next year called Excel for HR. Publishing a book is a little bit addictive, so the sense of satisfaction is beyond money could buy. So I continue on with the third book, Data-Driven Sales Leadership. And this year, still work in progress, is finalizing. It's called Find Your Insights. So these are the overall quick intro about me. And you can see I work relatively close with data, not as per the context of data science. I use data as a tool, as a way to understand business and make decisions better. So you can see I'm not so rocket science. I'm very ground on earth. I do not use very chunky tools. Even though Excel, I could use a lot of different ways of working. So that means that's my intention and also my goal to help you to use your data at a very practical way. And I want to make the learning fun at the same time. So that is my whole intention. So this is a quick intro. And now, if you are ready for this session, please type ready in the chat. Yeah, ready. Yes, good. I'm very happy. Now, so we are going through the ROC framework. If you have attended previous session, it's a good refresher. If you're attending for the very first time, we are going through this one together only for one part of it. So it has 4, so we are going through one part. So first, guess what is this? Based on what you see on the screen, guess what it is. Many of you have not seen this before. Yeah, type in the chat. If you know the answer, type wrong answer. Okay, wrong. Oh, okay. Dark matter. Oh, I like that. Wrong. Yin and yang, black and white, black paint, black hole. Oh, this group is very creative. I like all your answers. Undefined. You are the programmer, undefined. Yeah. Thai. Okay. Yeah, Zoom is through. For those of you who can't join the session, just ask them to watch the recording later. Okay. Scribble, charcoal, sodium, phosphate. We have a different group of people. That's interesting. Okay. So this is something you can see. Different people will have a different interpretation of the session of this thing. So now I want to know more about this object. I need to switch on the light to see the surface. Yep, this is the surface. And let's wait for a while. Let me do something. Okay. I need to stop for a while. My boss asked me to go for YouTube live because some people, they are here. Where's my YouTube? Wait for a while. While waiting, where's my YouTube? I can't know. I know it was here. Okay, never mind. I can't find it. I can't find it. Yeah, for those people, they can't join, just ask them to watch the recording. Or Wendy, if you want, you can just have another Zoom and show the Zoom window. Okay, I can't continue. I want to focus here. Yeah, back to here. Yes, back to here. So this is the surface of the object from the rock. Yes, this is a rock sample retrieved during Apollo 15 mission. There are a lot of conspiracy theories about the mission. So I have no way to verify that. So presume this is true. This rock from the moon. So you can see the surface. It has a big, small holes, and the surface is not even. So it has more details compared to just now. If I want to know more about this object, I will need to take a sample and place it under microscope to take this colorful photo. Yes, that is the same rock what you have seen just now from the moon. Okay, so that means one object alone, we could have 3 different levels of observation. We could check on the silhouette level, and we can check on the surface, and plus we can check on the microscopic level. So the same thing applies when we are inspecting our data. We are going through the same 3 levels of observation. So that brings us to the framework of rock. R stands for rectangle, and something we can check on the silhouette level. Fast and quick may not be accurate. So there are 3 things we want to check. We want to make sure it has no blank rows, no blank columns, and it grows vertically as no merging. O means only one. We are checking on the surface of our data. There are 3 things we want to check on our surface of our data. 1 cell, 1 data, 1 record, 1 row, and 1 header. C means careful. We are checking on the microscopic level of our data. There are 3 things we want to be careful on because these are the traps, very common traps. Extra spaces, decimal, date with, or without the time. In order to make sure we are able to reuse the same data again and again, that will means K, keep raw data raw. There are 3 things I do not want to do. I do not want to change the data directly. I do not want to add new column in between our data, and no color coding. So previous sessions, I have covered R and O. This session, I'm going to cover C, careful. Visually, can you tell any differences between these 2 phrases, Excel, Sifu? Any difference between them? Let me know in the chat. No, right? Yeah. Because there's a no difference. Yes, like no difference. Looks the same. You're right, because the space is at the end. Sometimes when a person using mobile devices to key in some data, it will add a space at the end because of autocorrect. And some people, they have a habit to type a space at the end, no matter what they press on the keyboard. So that is very common. For humans, they are the same. For computer, they are very different. So be careful about this small thing. The next one is decimal. Because of the formatting, the decimal doesn't show on the screen. It doesn't mean the decimal isn't there. So just be careful. And the next one is date with or without the time. Because of the formatting as well, both date looks the same. If I double check, it has a time behind the date. Therefore, towards computer, there are two different data. They are not the same. Date is a very interesting creature by itself because date has a different formats. It could be day, month, year, Monday, year, month, day. So that will be very tricky to handle. So this is something we want to be careful about. So this is careful. And let's recap, yeah? We have rectangle, only one, careful, and now we are at this stage. I'm going to show you how we're able to handle our data, especially has some weird things in between them. Prior to that, we want to know the different data types. Later on, I will explain a little bit. Now, give you an overview first. Okay, yes. For this one, for the ROC framework, after a while, I realized it's not enough just using one slide to explain. So I have a book called ROC Your Data. So it shows the common struggle a person might be facing when they're working with their data. It uses generalized principles. It doesn't show us how to do it. It just shows what is the expected end result. So therefore, we can use different ways to achieve same result. Either we could be using formula, macro or VBA, Power Query, Python, or some other methods. And today we're going to learn one of them, one of the small techniques from ROC Your Data with Power Query. This is an actual full day course specialized on using Power Query and using the ROC framework. And this book is available in MPH, Popular, and Kinokuniya. You could get it online like Shopee. You could get it from there as well. So that is the things we have. And now we want to know a little bit why we want to learn about Power Query because of R.S.M. That's a question. Is it available in my swaps place? I'm not quite sure. You can check for me. I can check. I'm not quite sure whether it's available in that. So let's back here. R.S.M. R.S.M. means if a lot of time people struggle because of the techniques they use and they are not quite sure what are the things they could make the thing easier for them in the future. So R.S.M. R stands for reusability. Once I have completed a report, I could reuse it for the future reporting just by changing the data. So that's called reusability. Second is scalability. When the data changes, example, additional rows, additional column, or additional file is able to grab the new data at the same time with almost no changes. So that's called scalability. And last one is maintainability. Minimal changes to make the whole thing works again, especially the data sources changes, certain calculation need to be adjusted. That's minimal adjustment. So now you're just aware R.S.M. Later on, during the experiment or during the explanation, I will explain what does that mean. At least from that moment, you are aware what does that mean and why we are using all these things. So there are a lot of reasons behind. Okay, so now we are going to apply the C in the ROC framework. Chang, chang, chang. Okay, so let me stop my slide here. Go to your file. You will see after you unzip, you will notice there are three files: inaccurate, time, number, and text. If I'm able to see this one, please type number 1 in the chat. Okay. If I'm able to see these three files, type number one in the chat. Very good, very good. Now I want to give you an overview. What does mean by the data type? Because in Excel, okay, Excel is a bit loose type. Loose type means we can have a mixture of the data type together. Example, I can have a text in the column. I can have a number in the same column. I could also have a date in the same column. And when I'm using some formula and it's still able to pick up the things correctly. So that will be easy for Excel. When we are coming towards Power Query, it has a higher restriction because it has different ways of working. So now we want to lay the foundation of the data type. So these are the fundamental data type. I'm coming from the context of database management. Not very technical way, so at least something easy for you to understand. The first common data type is number. Example 1, 2, 3 or 1.23. These are the positive numbers. Another way, we could be a negative, -1, -2, -3.4. So those are the positive and negative number. How about number 0? Is number 0 a positive or negative? Please let me know your guesses in the chat. Is number 0 a positive or negative? Thank you, thank you. Thank you for responding. Yeah, last time I was thinking is positive because the number 0, I don't have a plus sign in front. Later, I found out number 0 is neither positive nor negative. It's neutral. Yes, in the middle is neutral. So number 0 is also here. When we have this number data type, what we could do is we could plus, we could minus. What else we could do with the number? Please type in the chat. What else we could do with the number? Yes, we could multiply. Okay, we can divide. What else? Fraction. Okay, good. What else? Sometimes at this moment, people are stuck. Huh? What else we can do? Yes, we can average. Wow, we have very good science and math people. We can average, minimum, maximum, exponentiation. We can rounding and many other things. So these are the things only possible with number. The next data type is text. Example, our name. Maybe our email address. What else we have on our name? Maybe our car or motor plate number. Staff ID. How about our mobile phone number? Is our mobile phone number a number data type or text data type? Without bracket, without space, without dash, without plus sign, just a pure number. Is our phone a number data type or text data type? Let me know in the chat. Phone number. Is it text or number? Are you sure it's text? All numbers, right? All digit, right? All our phone number is 0 to 9. No. Number, but need format. I'm confusing you. Your phone number is here. Yeah, phone number is here. You say, what? Yes, easily we use a phone number with a 0 up to 9. Those are the digits we use. If you are in doubt, just ask this question. Could we do mathematical calculation on the phone number and it still makes sense in the business context? Yes or no? No, usually no. Yeah. So you can go through the address here as well. Yeah. So all these are the text data type. So what could we do with the text data type? We can make it uppercase. What else? What else we could do with the text data type? Proper, yes, proper in here is capitalize each word. Very good. Italic is formatting. We could do the formatting on the number as well. Not so applicable here. We could make it as lowercase, uppercase, lowercase. Yeah, we could split them. We could join them. Yeah, there's much other things we could do with the text. Good, good. Thank you for your participation. And last one, ching, ching, ching. The last one is date and time. Examples, today's date, the time now, your date of birth and date of joining an organization, and maybe your next lunch appointment. When was it? The date and the time. So these are the date and time data. What can we do with the date and time? We could calculate the duration. Duration, it could be in the number of days or number of minutes and so on. We could also calculate the future or the past of a date or time. Example, I want to calculate 10 hours from now, including up to minute. So I need to calculate, or 5 hours ago, or 1 month ago. So this is calculating the past and the future. We could also doing some calculation, example, number of working days. So that means I need to exclude weekends and also public holiday. So there are a lot more things we could do as well. So these are the general 3 data types you could encounter most of the time when you're working with the data, either in Excel or in Power Query. Okay, good. So now this is the things we have. We are aware, and now we are going through the Power Query today. So we go to the file that is, we start with something simple here, inaccurate number. Open the file in accurate number. Once you have opened the file, please type number 1 in the chat. Very good. Here, we are going to do the cleanup of the number here. The number here is not the actual number. How do I tell whether it's an actual number or not an actual number? This is side quiz or pop quiz. How do I tell these are not a number? This is not a normal number. How could I tell? I believe some of you know the answer. The spacing, yep, it has some extra spacing. The alignment, yes, alignment may not be 100% unless without any formatting, it goes towards the left side. Very good. It has spaces in front. Very good. Very good. Very good. So those are the quick way for us to double check. If you want to be very precise to tell whether this is a text or this is a number, you could consider to use this function. Let's practice this one together. We go to one of the blank cell underneath and type equal ISNU. When the is number is selected, you press tab key on your keyboard. Tab key is on your left side above caps lock. Press tab key. And its number is selected. It's autocomplete. Select one of the numbers on the top. If this is a true number, it will show true after we press enter. If this is not a correct number, it will show false. Let's press enter. What's the answer you see on your screen? Is it true or false? On my screen, I'm seeing false. How about you? Is it true or false? False. So that means they are not the correct number that Excel could recognize. So this is a very powerful way for us to double check using is number. Good. So now this is what we have done. Here, I want to bring the data into Power Query, do some correction, and bring it back here. So this is what we are going to do. Previously, what we have learned, we import the data from another file. Here, we are having everything within the same file. That means the source and the output will be within the same Excel file. So if that is the case, I need to do extra one step. The extra one step is to make the whole thing into an Excel table. So let's do this together. Click one of the cells within the data. Don't need to select all, just click one of them. You go to Insert, third button from the left. It says Table. All the shortcut key is inside the bracket, which is Control T. Click on this one, and you will notice it will automatically expand and it will stop whenever it's blank. If your data is selected halfway, so that means the data has some blanks in between them. So by selecting one cell, it will quickly let you know where the blanks are, just in case your data has some blank. So here, it doesn't have anything, it's just selected all. You can use your mouse to click OK, or the faster way is press Enter. When you see the OK button has a stronger outline, so that is a default button. Default button, you can just press Enter. Now press Enter. If you are able to follow up to this one, please type number 2. Type number 2 if you are able to follow up to this. Very good. Immediately, go to the upper left corner to change the name. My recommendation, we want to start the table name with the word table. Okay, so this is called table text number. No space in between them. Uppercase, lowercase is easier for us to read later. So table text number. Once you have changed the name, type number 3 in the chat. Very good. Very good. This is one-time job. After this is done, next time you don't need to redo again. Don't need to redo. So we have done this part. We're going to load this data, this entire table into Power Query. And then we want to do the number correction. And sometimes Power Query is smart enough to do the correction for us automatically. So now we go to Data. Data. Go towards left side. It has a button called From Table Range. From Table Range. Click on that, and it will bring you to a place called Power Query Editor. If I'm able to see Power Query Editor, please type number 4 in the chat. Very good. This is a quick run through for those of you who are new to Power Query. On the top, there's something called Home. So these are the common things a person do inside Power Query. For example, choosing a column, removing certain column, or removing the rows. Yeah, so these are the common things a person might be using. Inside Transform, these are the more options for us to so-called massage our data. For example, turn the data from vertical to horizontal or vice versa using transpose. Add column allows us to add our own formula, our own conditional column, or we can have a column added using the sample provides later on. Later on, we will use this method. Inside view, there are two things I want you all to experiment. On the leftmost button, there's something called query setting. Click on that query setting repeatedly. Some of your Excel version, you might see the query setting as a checkbox, as a tick box. Some of you will see as a button. Doesn't matter. Just click on that one repeatedly and you will see something appears and disappears on your screen. Yeah, that is the pane on the right side. Yeah, this one. If you close it, to bring it back is go to query setting and click again. So this is a way to bring it back. Usually we keep it on. And second things you want to keep it on is the formula bar. Sometimes the formula bar is turned off. Like here, it's blank. When you click on the formula bars, it shows more things here. Good. So that's on the top. And meanwhile, on the bottom, it has three sides, one on the left, one on the right, and one in the middle. Left side is the data you have imported. This in the term of called queries. You could resize it, make it larger, make it smaller. Sometimes this occupying the space, you could minimize it. And then you can maximize it. Based on the queries selected, it will show the steps respectively for that queries. And for the query settings, based on the step you have selected, it will show how the results will be in the middle. So that's a quick run through about Power Query Editor. If you're okay to follow up to this now, please type number 5 in the chat. Very good. Here, now we're back to here. Look at the step. Here we have two steps. One is called source. Another one is called change type. Whatever thing we are doing inside Power Query, it will add on more steps. If I make any mistakes, I could remove them by using the X. That means to remove. Inside Power Query, we cannot undo. We only could remove the step we have applied. That is equivalent to undo. And after I had deleted, I cannot undo the step I had deleted. So I need to literally redo the step I have removed. So that is a little bit difference in working with Power Query and Excel. Okay, undo and redo behavior. While the change type is selected, in the number data on the top side, the header, you see it has 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 this means it's a number data type. And meanwhile, for the product is ABC. ABC is text. And 1, 2, 3 is number. So this is a quick way to tell. And you can see everything goes towards right side. Just for experiment, you use your mouse to click on 1, 2, 3. Click on that. And it shows you more options here. For the number, these are the sub-options available. Either it could be decimal, currency, whole number, or percentage. All these are number data type. The next one is here. Everything here is date or time. And lastly, the one at the bottom, that is text. And you could see there are other options like true, false, binary. This is not that common, and occasionally you may encounter. Generally, most of our data could be one of them: number, date, time, and text. Okay, it's the same things what we have covered in the very beginning before we jump to Power Query. So these are awareness. Later on, we are going to play with different data type. So now looks like the data type is okay. Everything changed to number. To bring the result back to Excel, we go to Home. On the left side, you will see there's a close and load. When you use a mouse to point on the close and load, it will show two parts of the button. One on the upper half, one is on the lower half. As I want to keep it simple, we click on the upper half. In the future sessions, I'll be covering in what ways or in what situation we're going to use the lower half of close and load. Now we just click on the upper half, close and load, and wait for a while. It will bring the whole thing back to Excel in a brand new worksheet. If you see that result, please type yay in the chat because we want to celebrate all successes. Yay, got it. Very good, very good. Yes, good job, good job, good job. Good. So what you can see, the result is another tab. We want to go, and now we just do this, the next one together. Go to next one. Text number. Go back to text number. We have Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo. And the next one I want to type is Foxtrot. Just type Foxtrot. And put some spaces in front and type number 60. Enter. I've added a new record called Foxtrot. Will my Power Query get the new data? Do not see that one first. Just guess, just guess. Will I see Foxtrot in my Power Query result? Yes or no? Make a wild guess in the chat. Do I see this data? Okay, no leh. Why? Need to update. You know, yes, after refresh. Yes, refresh. No. Oh, yes, and question mark. Good. So we go back to the Power Query, the result, the one with the green table. I don't see that. Because Power Query doesn't refresh automatically. Therefore, if any changes on the data, we need to refresh. Yes. How to refresh? The easier way is right-click on the green table, and there's an option called refresh. Just right-click on it and refresh. After refresh, and ta-da, Foxtrot appears. Yay! Again, if you get this result, type yay. Very good, very good. And now I want to recap a little bit. Just now I mentioned the R.S.M. Okay, R.S.M. What we have gone through just now is I'm able to reuse the Power Query, this whole thing, whatever thing we have done, including the table. So that's called reusability. And when the new data added, I'm able to automatically scale. So that's called scalability. And here, maintainability is part of the table. Because we have used a table, we are not minimal changes. So it's able to extend. That's called maintainability. So that's the reason of R.S.M. Whenever we are doing some work, you want to find what are the ways or the option you could reuse that is able to scale and easy for you to maintain. So that's meaning of R.S.M. New worksheet format. Okay, let me see this question. Raw data regards of the format we can continue by the Power Query new worksheet. Okay, yes, you are right. As long as it's the same data type like this one, and it's able to automatically correct because we have done the correction inside the Power Query. So it's able to go to here. What if my data is not the number text? So it looks something like this one. This is a demonstration. It's a good question. CSY, thank you for asking that question. FG, G is golf. Golf, I key in ABC. Can I turn ABC into a number? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Can I turn ABC into a number? The answer is no, cannot. If I have this for sure cannot one, I go back to my Power Query. When I refresh, I will not get anything because it will result an error inside Power Query. When Power Query returns, it will not give everything. And you can see there's something called error. Yeah. If you can't see your Excel screen, you can't see my Excel screen because in the Zoom, it has two tabs. One is with my head and another one is with the screen. You want to change to a screen. If you cannot, then you can just click Zoom and come back again. Sometimes it's not easy to show on my screen here. Can I? So I hope this one address your question. And for you all to experiment, okay, let's have a quick survey. Because I prepared some projects. Do you prefer to do it the project here in this Zoom live, or you want to do it after the session? Type in the chat during or after. During means I give you some time for you to practice, or do it after. During. Okay. Go to project number 1. This is the steps. This is a step. Okay. And you may not able to get the answer. Okay. So you have to make the things a little bit conscious on the timing. So you all have 5 minutes to get this thing done. Once you have done, type done in the chat. 5 minutes. And the 5 minutes starts now. One more minute. Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay. Very good. I see many of you managed to get it done. Almost there. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, let me have a quick demo. How would I do this? Just in case some of you find it, what the heck? Okay, so let me quickly do this, yeah. First, now I'm going to use some keyboard shortcuts, yeah. Okay, Control T, insert table, okay, and change the table name to table project 1, enter. Then go to data, from table range. Okay, it brings me back to Power Query Editor. And yep, everything is done. Just go to upper left corner, close and load, click, and it brings me the result back. And ta-da! Job done. That's for project number 1. So this is how we handle the number. When we are handling the number, sometimes the number may not use the format that we commonly use. Just want to know, in your computer, if you put the decimal 1.5, do you, or 1.5, do you type 1.5 or 1.5? Let me know in the chat. Is it 1.5 or 1.5 in your computer? 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. Very good, very good. In this part of the world, we use decimal dot. Some countries like Europe, they use decimal comma. Yes, they use decimal comma. We go to the worksheet called decimal point versus comma. Decimal point versus comma. And you will notice one, it uses decimal point, and another one, it uses decimal comma. If I'm using this kind of data for our country setting, for the column B, perfectly okay, no error. Excel will be able to detect that correctly. Meanwhile, column C, Excel may have some difficulties to handle this. Now we do this one together, yeah, we do this one together. If you are on this worksheet, decimal point versus comma, please type number 1. And we are going to insert a table for this. Go to insert, table, or you could use the keyboard shortcut Control T, and it highlights the whole thing. Press enter, or you could click OK. And the whole thing changes to table. If I'm able to get up to this one, please type number 2 in the chat. Very good. After we created an Excel table, immediately change the name, table decimal point comma. Table decimal point comma. Once you have changed the name, please type number 3 in the chat. Very good. And we are going to load this into Power Query Editor. We go to data. On the left side, from table range, Click that from table range. It brings us to Power Query Editor. If I'm able to see that one, please type number 4 in the chat. Very good. And you will notice the decimal point is in the correct number format where they align towards the right side. And the data type is 1.2. That means it's a decimal. Meanwhile, decimal comma is still remains as ABC because our current country setting were not able to interpret decimal comma correctly. So we are going to use another country setting to do the correction here. We do this together. On the decimal comma, click on the ABC, the small ABC, click, and use the last options using locale. Yep, last option using locale. Inside using locale, it will ask you what is the data type and which locale, that means which country setting you want to use to interpret the data here. The data type, I'm going to use decimal number. And locale, I want to use, let's see, 5 and Europe country. I cannot, does it helps? No, this one is, yeah, this one is, you type G decimal comma, no, I think it's a French. Yeah, let's see, yes, you just go to the drop down for the locale, you drop down here and you type F. When you type F, it goes to this country and it uses decimal comma. Yep. Remember, change the data type to decimal number. Finally, click OK. Then it will interpret correctly. If I'm able to get this result, please type number 5. So that means I'm using another country setting to interpret this one. How to also have comma in the thousand? Okay, if you want to show the comma here based on your country setting, that is inside Excel. Power Query, just to make sure the data is accurate for the formatting, is inside Excel. How to identify which locale country to use? For the number, is only 2 types. If you're not quite sure, you can ask AI to give you some ideas. Usually, okay, for the decimal number, for the decimal point, it only has 2. A decimal point usually is Asia country. And meanwhile, decimal comma usually is Europe. Europe. You just drop down. Okay, let me go back here. Let me drop down here. In the locale, you just click drop down here and you type F, alphabet F. You will choose the first one and press enter. The first F. Yeah, after that, then you just click OK. So it should work. It should work. Any other question? It's quite rare to encounter this kind of data. It's not common. If you are working in a multinational country and they may have presence in Europe and plus in this part of the world, you might encounter this kind of data. International will do as well. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing that one. So now we have done this part. To bring this data back, go to Home. On the upper half of the Close and Load, click and to bring this data back to Excel. And if I'm able to see all the numbers appears correctly, type yay in the chat. Very good, very good. So now is your turn For project number 2, something similar like just now, something similar, yeah. So how long do you need? So now you are getting more and more familiar. How long do you need to get this thing done? How many minutes? Type in the chat. How many minutes? Insert table, rename, and load it into Power Query using locale and coming back. Less than 1 minute. How about others? 1 minute. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Hey, you are getting higher and higher. Inflation. Okay. I give you 3 minutes maximum. So once you have done, type done in the chat. And you have 3 minutes and the time starts now. One more minute. Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Yes. Well done. For those of you who managed to complete this whole thing within 3 minutes, let me show you how would I do this project number 2, just in case some of you want to refer to that. So I'm going to use some keyboard shortcut now. At least you can see different ways of working. I press Ctrl T, enter, alternate JTA, change the name to table project 2, alternate APT, load it into Power Query editor. And this one I need to use mouse to click and choose use locale and change the data type to decimal number. And Indonesia, does it work? No, Indonesia. I want to test it out. Indonesia, yes, decimal comma. Click OK. Yes, it works. Go to the home, close and load. And ta-da! Yes, managed to get it done for project number 2. And sometimes Our data is a mixture of the number and the text and some other things together. I just want to get the number from the data alone. So here we go to the worksheet called split quantity. I want to split them, just getting the number only. Just getting the number only. If you're on this worksheet, please type number 1. Type number 1 once you're on this worksheet. Very good. And you can see these are the numbers I want to extract. And there are a few ways to get this data, only the number, or sometimes I could split them into 2 columns. One is a number, and another one is a unit of measure. So it depends on which one you want to have. For here, we want to keep it simple. I just want to have the number only. And I have no idea what formula to use. We're going to use something called columns from examples. So we're going to add a column and we provide the example. Power Query will attempt to guess the formula. Once we are able to verify the answer, then we could just accept it. So we are going to do this together here. First, we insert a table. Control T or insert table. Press enter for the OK button. If you're able to insert the table, please type number 2. Very good. After insert table, change the name. I change table split quantity. If you're able to change the name, please type number 3. Very good. You are getting faster and faster. Load this into Power Query. Go to data from table range. Once you're inside Power Query editor, please type number 4. Very good. Very good. We click on the column quantity with UOM. UOM stands for unit of measure. Click on this one. Then we go to add column. Add column. Go to the leftmost button. Use your mouse to point on the lower half of it. Click on the lower half. And we choose from selection. Column from examples from selection. Click on that one and you will see something like this appears on your screen. If you're able to see this one, please type number 5. Over here, we are going to key in the sample based on the column we have selected. So what would be the expected answer for the blue box I have highlighted with double boxes? What is the expected answer? Is it kg or number 10? So it also depends on your result, yeah? If I need number 10, I just type number 10. So because this one is the quantity, I just type number 10, 1, 0. Just type 1, 0 and press enter. When you press enter, it will show the subsequent numbers in the gray font. On the top, it shows what is the formula it uses. If let's say you are aware what is the formula, so looks like everything you need to take from after, before the space. So it looks okay. Before we accept it, we want to change the header name. Double click on the header, and give a name called quantity. Just double click on the header and type quantity. After that, press enter. If you are able to see the quantity header and number 10, please type number 6 in the chat. So we are happy with this result. Click OK after that. Click OK, and you will create a new column. It shows in Power Query. In your Power Query, when you see the quantity appears, please type number 7. Very good. One question. What is the data type of this column? What is the data type of this column? Are you sure it's text? Are you sure? How do you know it's a text? Yeah, I presume it's a whole number, right? It's ABC. Yes, you are right. We don't check only the number. We check on the upper side, just on the left side of the wording quantity. Yes, ABC on the left. Very good. So you can see Power Query is rather predictable. A lot of data types is on the top at the header. Sometimes we are not quite sure, just observe that. So this is ABC, so they are text. If I bring this data back to Excel, if you are using some calculation, it will not give you any answer. So just be aware. So this is also common mistakes. What would be the appropriate data type for this one? So please suggest what is the appropriate here. So I click on the ABC. Which one should I pick? Whole number. Thank you, thank you. Change to whole number. Yes. Change to whole number. Whole number means the number without dot, certain number at the back, no decimal. Click whole number. Very good. Very good. So now we are done with this one. What's the final step to bring this back to Excel? Go to home. Yes. What else? Close and load. Very good. Go to left side, close and load. Thank you. Thank you for teaching me that. Close and load. And it brings to Excel. And ta-da! If you're able to get this result, please type yay in the chat. There's a CSY asking the question, what if I would just want to have the quantity and the product name? If the columns you don't need, you just go to the header, right click and remove. If you don't want that one, you can just right click and remove. Okay, yeah, since you are here, right? Since you're asking this question, thank you, CSY. Since she's asking, I'm not sure he or she, since they are asking about this one, I want to demonstrate this one. If you want to go back to Power Query to do some adjustment, do not load the same thing again. Any adjustment, you go to the queries and connection. There's something called table split quantity. Double click. Then it brings us back to Power Query editor. Certain columns you don't need, for example, quantity with UOM, this one is no longer necessary. If you do not this one, just right click on the header and choose remove. You could see a lot of transformation in Power Query is rather predictable just by right click on the header. A lot of things you can right click on the header. Now just remove. So it's gone. Only product and quantity. Yeah, if you want to extract the kg, other things, you could use a similar method just now. Okay, so now you have done this one. Then just close and load. It brings us back to Power Query editor. And ta-da, the column disappears. Yes, you could do the same thing, extract the column, the kg pieces by using the same method just now. Exactly the same method. So now I want to invite you, why not you experience it yourself? Go to project number 3. Project number 3. So here, to make the thing a bit tricky, project number 3, I want to have the quantity and I want to have the unit of measure. So there are many ways to achieve the same result. The method I want you all to experiment is column from examples. column from examples. These are things I want you all to experiment. It's much more easier for you to get the answer you want. Okay, even though it's not optimized, it's easier to use. So to achieve this one, how many minutes do you need? Please type in the chat. How many minutes? Guess. How many minutes? How about other guesses? 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Good. Okay, so now since most of you say 2 minutes, so you all have 2 minutes to get this thing one. Wow, I like this one. 3, 2, 2, 1. This one it was 1, 2, 2, then 3. So now reverse. So you can see you are gaining more and more confidence. So just aim to finish this one within 2 minutes. And your 2 minutes starts from now. $30. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Yes. Good. I'm very happy many of you managed to get it done. And I want to, just now one of you mentioned, I think it is Amalina, initially estimated want to have 3 minutes and can complete it within 1 minute. Very good. I'm very happy for your improvement. So proud of you. So let me do a quick demo on how would I approach project number 3. I will be using keyboard shortcut to speed up the whole thing. Control T, insert table, enter, alternate JTA, table project number 3, enter alternate APT to load it into Power Query Editor. Click this column, add column from examples from selection. So this will be 1000. And no, it's be 100, my typo. So this will be quantity, enter. Okay. One more is use the same thing. Column from examples from selection. No, my bad. Okay. Since I choose a wrong selection, I could untick and tick only this one, the quantity from UOM. So this is kg. Yeah, we got it. So this is UOM. Enter. Then click OK. The column, this one is no longer needed. Right click, remove it if I want to keep it up. Quantity, I want to fix the data type, make it as whole number. UOM is text, so it's not necessary to change. That would be nice. And go to home, close and load, and wait for it to refresh. Yes. So nice. So this is what we could do up to just now. And sometimes our data has mixture between number and the text, and the text is not consistent when we just want to have the number only. Something like what is happening in the extract number. It's a weird thing. Extract number. You could see the data has no consistency between them. And I just want to get the number only. This one, it looks very tricky. With the Power Query, it will be much more easier. So if you are on this worksheet, extract number, please type number 1 in the chat. Very good, very good. So you could see there's something called text select. So that means we are asking Power Query, ignore everything, only getting the data when it has a number 0 to number 9. Even though they have a comma, dash, some symbols, ignore them, only getting the number only. So this is the text we are going to type later on. So to make the thing easier, so now I want to invite you to highlight this text dot select, open bracket, square bracket, all this until the end. Copy them, copy this one. Just highlight, copy. After copy, click one of the cell within the table on the left. Now we are going to insert table. Control T, enter. If you are able to insert the table, please type number 2. After insert table, we are going to change the name. So change the name to table extract number. Yeah. No contact support, wrong button. If you're able to change the table name, please type number 3. Type number 3 if you're able to change the table name. Very good. Next, I go to data, load from table range. Once I'm able to go to Power Query Editor, please type number 4 in the chat. Very good, very good. Go to add column. Add column. Second button from the left. Custom column. Click on that custom column. It will ask you for 2 things. One is the column name, another one is the formula. Column name here, we just want to say this a number, data. You can have space in between them. After that, click one of the cell, click below for the formula and paste whatever you have copied just now. If you are unable to see that, let me paste it in the chat so that you can see that clearly. At the bottom, it shows no syntax error. Once you're done, click OK. You'll notice a new column appears and you're only showing the number. If I'm able to get this result, please type number 5. Very good, very good. Pop quiz, pop quiz. Hey, for this column, what is the data type for this column? What's the data type for this column? Is it number, text, or date time? It's a bit tricky. Are you sure it's number? Are you sure it's text? Yeah, it's a mix. On the upper left side, yeah, this one, it shows ABC 1, 2, 3. So this is just like a general, it's not very precise. So to be very precise, we want to change this one to number. And since the number here is only the number without decimal, so we can make it as whole number. Also, depending on your situation, if let's say this is the number, for example, this is a number for document number or document ID, maybe staff ID, maybe the invoice number, all these things, they are supposedly keep it as text. Supposedly. Okay, do not change the number, as the number will ignore the zero in front. If you are doing the matching later on, we were not able to get the answer correctly. Binary, what is binary? Binary is a document. In the future session, we are going to learn that one. For example, all we can see here, we can see is a text, number, all these things. Binary is how computer stores the file on your hard disk or on your storage. When you read it raw, we were not able to see all these things. All of them will be stored in the like binary number, like all this, only 0 or 1. We were not able to understand. Usually this happens when we read the raw file. Not the raw text file, is raw binary file. What am I talking about? Okay, in the computer system, it will store the data either in binary or in the text file. So binary, for example, the images, it will store in something like this one. We will not see all the text inside of images. It will store in this one. So it's called binary. In future, we will cover this one. If you want to know more, come back. So now back to here, number data. So to be very precise, because this one is up to us to interpret, we could change it to text or we could change it to number. Best not to use ABC 1, 2, 3. Best not to keep this one unless you have a very strong reason to keep it generic. So that means this column is able to take on the text data and also number data. So it's somewhere in between. If you are doing some calculation on that column, you might get error when the data is not accurate. So now I just want to make it as text number, make it as whole number. Good. I have 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. Perhaps the remark I don't need. I could just right click and remove it. So I have 2 columns. And that's why there's decimal whole number text. Yeah, we cannot choose ABC 1, 2, 3. ABC 1, 2, 3 is somewhere in between. I'm using this one as a binary example. Let me find a better way. Okay. An object in terms of temperature, either is hot or cold. And we have something called in between. That is still okay. But towards data type in current computing design is a little bit confusing somewhere in between. So it's not easy. Let me give you the example. If the data type here, if the data type is ABC 1, 2, 3, if I'm doing some calculation, it will not give me the correct answer. It will not 100%. Sometimes this one, it could be some other data here. It be ABC. If I do some calculation, it will give me something wrong. Because certain calculation, depending on the data type. If the data type is not accurate or not precise, it will not behave correctly. Yeah. In short, we want to be a little bit rigid. 1 column, 1 data type. Do not want to mix in between them. Usually, we do not mix them. Okay. If the data contains number like ID, is better to yes. If the data It's like ID. For example, document ID and staff ID. It's best to keep them as text. Best, huh? Because if let's say this example, the staff ID is 00100, like this one. If I keep it as text, I will see the 00 in front. When I turn this one into number, it will becomes 100 because the 00 in front will disappear. So this is also another way it's not able to find the matching. Just be careful lah. Data types very interesting here. Okay, so back to here, I've removed the column, product, number quantity, number data. How could I bring this data back to Excel? Please teach me how could I bring it back. Yeah, go to home, close and load. Thank you. Close and load. And wait for a while. And ta-la! If I'm able to get this result, please type yay in the chat. Very good, very good. So the final project, you do it on your own. Project number 4. Project number 4, you could see the number are spreading across the data. Something similar like just now using the same command here. How many minutes do you need? Now, make a guesstimate. Type in the chat, how many minutes do you need to complete it? Two minutes. You don't need to memorize the formula. Not necessary. Not necessary. You could use from examples. If you're not quite sure, you could screenshot your data and ask AI to create the formula for you. Yeah, not necessary to memorize everything. You just need to know such thing exists, Saja. 2 minutes. Okay, good. So you have 2 minutes to complete the whole thing. And the time of 2 minutes starts from now. One more minute. Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Yes. Well done. Many of you managed to get it done. Actually, this, yes. Good job. Okay, I had just one question from Sufan. What is the shortcut key to go to transform and come back to Excel? Okay, if I want to go back to Power Query Editor, you could use this keyboard shortcut. You want to go to Power Query Editor. The shortcut key is alternate F12. Some of your laptop, you may need to use alternate function F12. Because of your keyboard setting, you need to add on the function. So when I say actually is alternate F12, the function because of the keyboard design. So this is one question Sufan has asked. I believe it's good to mention here. Second question is actually this one allows us to customize what to extract. Yes, you are able to mention this one. Yep. I also mentioned JTA, or JTA is to rename the table. Let me go slow. Okay, let me go slow. CSY asking, yeah, using this method, okay, you are able to customize whatever you want. Just now we also mentioned using samples, samples from selection. So that means you, based on the column you have selected, type what's the expected outcome. Power Query would able to give you the formula. Sometimes you will get this formula. You just need to double check. Sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not. So since we know the formula, we can just use it. It's a little bit faster. For now, I want to demonstrate a little bit different way. Perhaps I could experiment to use sample from, okay. Let's go here, Control T, enter. And I want to go to rename here. Using mouse is to click. Using keyboard, I press alternate one time. On the top, you'll see table design. There's something called JT. So I type JT on the keyboard. Table name has A on it, so I type A. So therefore, it's alternate JTA. So that's the reason. Type the name, project table 4, enter. And next one, I want to load this into Power Query. So I type alternate one time. Data is A. This button is called PT. So APT. So it loads into Power Query. So therefore, this one is alternate APT. Here, I click on the remark. Add column from examples from selection. So I key number 10, enter. You will notice the result may not be accurate. If this happens to you, you want to key more samples. So this will be 20. Okay, and you will get the same formula like just now. Yeah, it's same formula. Sometimes it's not able to work, you just provide more sample. So this is another way, easier way for you to get the result you want. So I want to change the data. This is called number data, enter. Click OK. So I get the result. So this one I don't need, right click, remove. Change the data type to whole number and home, close and load. So this is how we could get the whole thing done. Yes. CSY, I'm just curious. Okay, before I answer more questions, up to now, so far, any questions? Any question up to now? Yes or no for the exercises? If there's some other question, you can post it later on, I address together. Any question up to now? No, not yet. All good. Good. All good. Okay, good. Okay, so now I want to address question from CS1. Just want to know, do you use, CSY asked a very good question here. I type it on the screen so that everyone can see. What is the question? Okay, let me go here. The question is, Power Query only used to extract data. That is her question. The answer is yes and no. So it depends on situation. In general, Power Query is to bring data from multiple sources together. Whenever it's bring the data, multiple data together, for what purpose? The purpose is to structure it for easier analysis. Sometimes when we are doing reporting, when the report is not easy to come out, most likely is the data is messy. It's like with multiple columns, multiple tabs, and the thing is not organized. And sometimes like just now, if boss is asking me to calculate the total, without using Power Query to extract part of data out, it's not easy for me to use. If I want to do it manually or use some formula, can. That's one thing is very important here is R.S.M. When we are using Power Query in an efficient way, your work is able to reusable, it is scalable, and is maintainable. So by having all these three things, you are able to bring multiple sources effortlessly in the future. In the future, we are going to add more complexity. Now our data is from the same file. What if our data from different file? Previous session, we have covered that. What if our data is from multiple tabs? Previous session also covered that. What if our data is from multiple files in multiple tabs? Future, we're going to cover that. So in short, it allows us to bring multiple data together in the structured way. In the structured way, in our language today, it's called ROC, R-O-C-K. When we mention about the structured, clean, different people may have different understanding. So therefore I introduce you to ROC. So it's easier for you to relate. I hope this addresses your question. Let's see. Can it do things like lookup? Yes, the answer is yes. Amalina, you could multiple sources, how we bring them together. Lookup lah, merging lah, comparison lah, doing formulas lah, vertical to horizontal lah, everything. Power Query don't run formula in the extraction, but only split. What we are doing now is splitting the data. In the future, we could use formula. For example, some people they only know Power Query a little bit, and they are much more comfortable to do calculation in Excel. For example, here, after I have the number data, I want to do some mathematical calculation. I don't want to do it in Power Query. Maybe I'm not quite sure whether it is working. Based on the result we get from Power Query, we could add on our formula. For example, I call this as bonus. Enter. You can see there's a new column added. Equal the number multiplied by 50. Just example, enter. I get the answer. When I go back to project number 4, I type the next one, kilo. So I want to eat 500 roti canai. Example. Enter. I have new data here. I expect to get 500. In my Power Query result, I don't have it. If I have the result here, I want to have the formula automatically calculated based on the new data. So what I need to do, right click, refresh, and ta-da! So that means you could add on Power Query plus whatever you're comfortable with, everything within a table. When the data refreshes, your formula able to pick up the new data. Okay, let's see the next one. The Power Query don't run formula. Yeah, this is the formula. Multiple sources. Yeah. Any other question? It's a very good question. So now we are at the session number 8. I have planned my date until end of the year. Every month will have roughly about 2 sessions, like similar timing. Yeah, so you can learn more complex scenario. Okay, I have a question. Can't do this. What do you mean can't do this? Your screen, I cannot see clearly. Let's see. Quantity. I don't understand. Quantity, kilo, pieces, or kg. Oh, you want to have this can, formula can. Chiu Siu Yok. Yes, the answer to you can Basically, what she asked is, I want to base on certain unit of measure, kg go to kg column, pieces go to pieces column. The answer is yes. I'm not covering today. Can repeat the last step. The last step here. The last step is I want to add the own calculation. Here, can. So inshallah, can. I don't want to confuse you now. It will be too much to some of you. Okay. Can. So you just, I remove it lah. You have the data kan? You have data here. Your data is up to Juliet. And I want to do some calculation. Maybe I want to calculate like bonus. I want to have maybe this is salary, staff salary. I want to have bonus for everyone. I just go to the last one, press enter. You'll notice the table got extended. And then you just type equal. Use your mouse to click on the data on the same row. You will automatically see something like this one. This is called structured referencing. And multiply whichever number you prefer. Maybe now I just multiply by 6 and press enter. So the formula here is for the data already loaded by Power Query. When my source data is updated, I go back to my Power Query result, and I want to have the new data appears together with the calculation. So I will just right-click, refresh. The formula will automatically extend by itself. Automatically. You don't need to do anything. Okay, I hope this one addressed your question. Okay. Any more questions? Yeah, this is very useful, very useful. Sometimes people, hey, I know how to use Power Query to grab the data, but calculation, I'm not sure how to use Power Query. Straight away, do it here. Straight away, do it here. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Yes, very, very useful. You can see, that's why when you combine with the framework ROCK plus R.S.M together with Power Query, you can see the whole things at the higher level. A lot of time people see Power Query as the button to click lah, the formula to remember lah. Now you don't need. You just need to know the end result, what you want, and you can ask AI to assist you to get the end result. Okay, don't stop. Yeah, the actual work in an actual data in the work is much more complex now. So now we have the small building blocks, the ROCK, the R.S.M, then we stack. Yeah, you will come to that. Yeah, if you have some scenario you want to use it as for our learning, PM me. You can find me in the group. You can PM me, and I will send me some sample. If can, anonymize your data so that I could see how the structure looks like. Show me some logic that I will use this kind of session to let you know. Whenever I'm showing you, you can see I do not explain what button to click. I also show you why we are doing all these things. When you know the reason why, you can come out your own solution. So that's the reason why. Yes, okay, good. And yes. True. Yeah, that's why lah. I cowboy style. I have good news and bad news. Good news is I have covered one. And bad news is I do not have time to cover the remaining two. So there will be in future session. You can see every time I already prepared. So I hope this one is able to support you all to go through all these things. So we have a text and time. That will be in the future session. And can we play with the worksheet? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can PM to me. You can find me in the group. So we are coming towards the end. And by the way, let me stop here for a while. If your organization want to organize some training about how to use data a bit differently, you can reach out to me or reach out to Wendy, and we are providing this kind of training as well. Yeah. So this is a whole 2 days training. So now what you're learning now is in the small bite, in a very slow and steady fashion. I hope this one gives you some idea. So now I want to invite you to type in the chat, what's one thing you like the most about the session today? What's the one thing you like the most? Let me read some of your responses. Interactive learning, step by step, slow but very clear. Rock, learn and try, do it. Easy to understand, engaging. Extract data, step by step guide. R.S.M, rock, extract data, slow but easy to understand, especially for a beginner like me. Your teaching speed, hands-on learning. But we need more. Yes, you need more. I have more. I have more. Guiding step by step, extract data, split data, step by step, slow but still need to revise the recording step by step, easy to understand, and guidelines and practicals. Good. And if your company is contributing to HRDC or you're not quite sure how to open up your mouth to have this kind of training in your company, you can reach out to us or you can connect us or introduce us to your HR or learning and development team so that we're able to see how to make it work for you. And that means the learning is not only for you, it's also for your colleague. When you and your colleagues level up at the same time, everyone is able to support each other a little bit better. Yes, now we are coming towards then. I want to have one small thing. Turn on your camera so that we can have a simple group photo. Today we have over 80 people in the room. Hey. Turn on your camera if you are okay. Don't need to make up. You can say everything is camera not so nice. Hello, Cassandra. Nice to see you here again. Just to let you know, just to have some extra recognition, Cassandra is the first person in the Zoom. Not only for this session, previous few sessions as well. She's the first person in the room. Hey, yeah, turn on your camera. Hey, okay, by the way, and for those of you you're unable to turn on your camera, later on you can go to your reaction. You can choose whichever reaction that you prefer. Like I'm using thumbs up, and you can use clap, 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 whichever reaction that you prefer. So that means when the whole screenshot will be much more nicer. Okay, I can see more and more of you are turning on your camera. And next session, I'm going to continue from what we have paused today. We're going to learn how to handle the text data, how to handle the date and time data. Okay, Ken, if your camera doesn't work on Saturday, it's okay. Later on, you can use reaction. Okay, let's give a few more seconds. Can see more of you getting ready. On my screen, I have 3 screens here. So I will need to scroll to the next screen to screenshot the whole thing. So now temporarily do not send any message first. Do not send any message. Okay, so now for those of you have turned on your camera, look at your lens, not your monitor, look at your lens and have a big smile. For the rest, you have no camera one, just use the reaction continuously, use reaction. Okay, now ready? And for those of you turn on camera and smile. Okay, I'm taking the first screen and paste it somewhere else for the second screen. Okay, good. Okay, now I only have 2 screens and the rest disappear. Okay, Ken, got it. Thank you very much for your participation. Yeah, And if you have some other things requires or you want to ask some PM question, there you stay back a little bit. I will stop the recording so you can have off record conversation. So with that, I wish you have a great weekend ahead. Enjoy your weekend and see you in the next session and bye bye.